As my peeps know, I'm a cynical, sarcastic top, but not now. I mean, thank you so much. You know, as you can see, Andrew is he's difficult to follow. Has James Bondian charm. He's eloquent. He has charisma. He's super tan. Whereas, like, my spirit animal is like a pasty, neurotic mackerel that's been in a car accident. A mackerel with a blowgun dart hanging out of its neck that somebody dipped in Ritalin, you know. So, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I also want to thank Michael Amet and Amy Wertheimer and all my friends who appeared in that beautiful film. I want to thank Kevin, Jose, Yash, and the One Show Board for inducting me. I want to thank we took some pictures earlier. I want to thank the existing hall members for welcoming me to the club. And congratulations to my co-inductees. I'm proud to be joining with you. So I'm not really that comfortable talking about myself. So I was saying to Kevin from the One Club, you know, I don't know. He goes, well, a lot of the good speeches have been where you talk about some things you picked up along the way. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So thing number one, you got to work with great people. That's not news. That's not any new thing for anybody to learn. But the thing is, you got to tell them they're great, which I fear I haven't done a great job of. So I'm going to rectify that now, if I may. Andrew, you are great because you're the smartest, most talented person I've met in this business on the business side. I mean, let's clarify. I've worked with some great business side people. Andrew is the best ever. You can check off every box, including being a caring, soulful work wife. Greg, you're pure brilliance, and I'm honored and amazed that you've invested your career with me, and you're my amazing partner, and no doubt in my mind you'll be up here, and I'll be clapping for you there. Kirsten, who is just named our CEO today, so she and I began working together almost 20 years ago, and she had these two bosses who kept saying stupid things. So she kept saying smart things, so I was like, and I've been listening to her ever since, and thank you for being right so much. Chris Thomas, haven't worked with you that long, but I've quickly come to understand that you are a person who sees the horizon line in the fog. It's an extraordinary talent, and he's always never flummoxed. He's always even. I don't know if you know him, but I see him as kind of like a Buddha on Quaaludes. No. I do. Crystal, she's brilliant, has changed our whole approach to strategy and data, and you've also made us a better family, so thank you for that. Jim Cannon, if Andrew's my work wife, you are my work dad. I always learn things from you, and I just want to tell this whole room there is still plenty of candy left in that piñata. John Osborne. Ozzy just became the CEO of OMD US. So I was going to say all these nice things about him, but now that he's leaving, no, I'm going to miss you to death, and we're going to miss your energy, but it's excited to keep working with you in the Omnicom family. Tara, your high IQ and precision brain makes me feel stupid, so I don't know if that's great, but I'm grateful for it. Jeff and Dana, you're the two glues that hold this whole thing together, and I'm not talking about flimsy Elmers, two crazies. Rolfie, you're the most amazing production person I've ever met, incredible innovator. I'm blessed to have you. Alan Rosenshine, Steve Hayden, and Tom Monahan, my first boss. All in my early days, you took chances on me. Daunting, it felt daunting to me. It felt like you were plucking an obscure H&R Block accountant out of the strip mall and making him president of Earth. Yeah. So thank you for seeing something in me that I didn't. John Wren, the best thing I could say about anybody, you are trustworthy. And don't get me wrong, I've met other business leaders that had relationships with the truth, but there is that theory that to make any relationship work, you need compromise. But not so with him. He says what he means and means what he says. To Beth, Linda, Andy, Lindsay, Lynn, Berta, Jane, my amazing clients, thank you for being here. It means more to me than you can ever know. And thank you also for believing in creativity as an economic multiplier, for being so fun and amazing to work with, and just fun, amazing people. And you give the greatest gift you can give any creative. You always demand our best. So thank you for being here. To my global partners like St. John and Tonise and the extraordinary creative leaders who, make no mistake, they're the shoulders I stand upon to be up here in New York, around the world. The planners, the account managers, the technologists, production, Roy and PR, my creative support group who's here, my assistant Jeannie, and everyone else at BBDO I work with. And by the way, the people I work with at Fallon and Leonard Monahan and Chiat back in the day, thanks. I stand on your shoulders, as I say. At BBDO, our approach is family as business model. So what do we mean by that? We protect each other. We exploit each other's strengths, but we also protect each other, and this is rare, from each other's weaknesses. As my peeps all know, I have many weaknesses. So the fact that I'm up here means you did a pretty good frickin' job protecting. And also, outside companies like RSA and the Creators Register protect me from the outside, so thank you. Now, this is I gotta mention my family, even though they'll hate it. We're a private, embarrassed, less is more type. My wife, you're not gonna know she ever existed. She won't have her picture taken. There's no photo evidence. But my wife, my sons, and my father, who came down tonight, my father, who worked with Len Sirowitz back in the day, and who also wrote the brilliant Listerine line in 1970, "The taste you hate twice a day." I won't say much to embarrass you, except that you're very great and you mean everything to me. Okay, so thing one, be with great people, tell them they're great. Thing two, know where you want it to all go. The interesting thing about BBDO is we missed the 60s creative revolution. When they were doing Volkswagen and all that stuff, we were doing Ring Around the Collar. I remember being like 5 years old going like, "Dad, what's that? That's terrible." And it wasn't until Alan Rosenshine and my legendary predecessor, Phil Duesenberry, took the reins in the 70s that our revolution happened. But it happened, it did, because they were focused and knew where they wanted it to go. They wanted to become a creative house. So now here we are in Andrew and and our peeps, our window of time in BBDO. And so we've built on what Alan and Phil did, but we've also transformed it. When we started in 2004, we said we wanted to be a kick-ass 21st century version of a killer 60s creative agency, a global boutique, if you will. And the fact that I'm up here is a symbol that we're doing it. And so thank you, peeps, for that. So lastly, I'll leave you with thing three, which is, yes, always be learning, but also always be unlearning. We need to shed the tropes, the safety valves, the bandwagon trends that freeze us in mediocre concrete And that's what 98% of the stuff we see out there is. You must unlearn to free yourself so you can lurch into the undiscovered, into uncomfortable, into scary, into the effervescent. The effervescent new is worth millions to your clients. And an effervescent idea, a big idea, is still all, no matter the delivery system, the format, how it's socialized, you need a big, giant idea. I like to think of the saying about, the duck. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, has a hacky, stupid shit idea like a duck, it's a frickin' duck. And I like the other adage about the bacon and eggs. In that one, the chicken is an interested party, the pig is all invested. So we must be the pig in this metaphor. All in, no squishiness, no shortcuts, no reliance on gimmicks, no scam. A clear and brilliant idea. So my last message is, be the pig, not the chicken, don't be the duck, or gas station sushi, or wherever this is going. And I'll just finish by saying another thing that I like. They say when you lose, say little, and when you win, say even less. So I think I've said too much. I've won something beautiful tonight, so I'll just leave and thank you.